guys, welcome back to the channel. We are doing another speed build today, as you can see, and today we are going to be renovating the veterinary clinic in Riddleton Bay because I thought we could. And before we get on with like me talking about the build and all that, I just want to preface this by saying I'm really sorry for being like absent for the past couple of weeks. I know it's very, very hard for you not to have your twice weekly fix with me, but in my defense, I was really tired. And I did start, I started doing a video essay actually. I've written it out, I've recorded it, but I think I'm going to re-record it and rewrite it, so that's fun. But yeah, so I kind of wanted to focus on that because it's kind of like a new video format for me and it's something like that's a lot more long and drawn out. But yeah, I do apologise. I do have like videos I could have uploaded, but in my defence, I've just been really fucking lazy. And that's my excuse, and I really hope I've been recording for a minute by this point because otherwise I do have to bleep that out. Whoops. But yeah, anyway, as you can see, we are doing a renovation to the veterinary hospital, and I did something weird with this one. So as you can see, I've made it into a more modern style because I'm kind of leaning into that now. That's just me now. I just design buildings in the modern style, I guess. I don't know, I just find it easier to design in the modern style because I can go a bit more wacky and I like making wacky things. But okay, so the weird thing about this though is that it's not just a pet hospital, it's not just a vet centre, right? Or whatever you want to call it. It is also, and I don't know why we have such a long pause here because I did actually go through this and cut a bunch of stuff out. But the thing is, with this build, it is actually also, it doubles as a spa. And it's actually going to be up on the gallery twice. Once categorised as a spa and the other categorised as, as a vet's. And I did go through like the lot types and make sure that I kept the lot requirements and all that, so it's definitely that. But I'm sure you're wondering why I decided to make this a vet slash spa clinic, and I just did. Okay, I have no other explanation about it. It's just I wanted a vet, but I also wanted a spa. So, well, here we are, I guess. I'm really sorry if I'm really slow with like my narration today. Again, I am completely out of the game. I'm also really fucking exhausted. And in my mind, I kind of like envision this as like a place that rich people take their pets to, like a rich kind of vet, exclusive and all that for the celebs. And so like while your poor little pet's getting checked up or maybe getting spayed or neutered or something like that, you can just relax in here. You can relax in the rooftop pool I built, or maybe do some yoga, or maybe go to the underground saunas. You know, you can do all sorts in this, and most of this building is actually just taken up by spa features and stuff. There's like one floor that's dedicated to the vets, and it took me until like the very end of the build to realise maybe I should put some pet stuff out, like bowls and beds and all that. But I actually quite like this build. I think I'd like to repurpose this build one day into like just a normal house, but I don't know why I've been focusing on doing a lot of commercial style buildings lately, because I am not a commercial style building gal, and there's a big reason why I'm not a big commercial style gal, and that's because I don't tend to go out to commercial buildings myself, so I don't have much to like draw on, I guess. But I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, obviously I did it with this, and then my last one, which was the high school, I also did that. But in my defense, high school was topical, and so like, you know, if I want those sweet views, I had to do something for high schools. But everyone's kind of ignoring that now. The Sims has kind of is in a tiny bit of a dry spell, and I cannot appreciate it much. I cannot appreciate it more even, except for I don't know if you're on Sims Twitter, and I don't really like to talk about too much, and I don't like to get involved in like the drama, but I can say that on Sims Twitter at the moment, the community is kind of eating itself alive because we haven't had much new Sims content. I don't know, it's just been a bit stressful over there, guys, and that's kind of probably part of the reason why I didn't like want to do this. I'll probably just step away from Twitter a bit more and just like, you know, come back to the real world and focus on like YouTube and that. But I don't want to. I don't know, it's just something to occupy myself with, and I'm not on Tumblr anymore, so I can't really fangirl over that, and apparently Tumblr's not that much better either. But it's, you know, it's just a bit of a nightmare over there. But anyway, most of you guys probably watching this video probably don't even go on Twitter. I actually have more Twitter followers than I do YouTube subscribers, so I don't know, if you want to beat Twitter, if you want to say that you're better than Sims Twitter, maybe just subscribe to the channel, maybe, off this video, or maybe just leave a like or something, I don't know. It might be an idea, like, just, you know, try and, like, Sims Twitter's up at about 250 right now, just under 250, and we're about 218, 220. So, you know, I only need like, what, 30 of you guys to subscribe to my channel, after this video, which, is actually a big ask. But, you know, it could be fun. It could be fun. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm about to say. And I have had a stressful day as well, because I was working, because I work every other weekend, which is not fun. But then after work as well, I didn't have much time to myself, because after work I went straight to the shower, and like got ready in that, and did like my 2 bits of makeup, which most of it just consists of lip gloss and like just dabbing eyeshadow onto my eyes with my fingers, because I can. I'm wearing eyeshadow now. It's orange. How cute, right? I don't know if you can see it, but I think it's cute. But yeah, and then I kind of went to dinner with my sister and my stepmom and my dad, and I have daddy issues, and it was kind of stressful just even thinking about going, to be fair, because the last time I saw them, not my sister, I see my sister a lot, but like my dad and my stepmom, there was this massive explosive argument that I'm just pretending that has never happened, and it's just... I mean, you're probably not coming here to hear me talk about my daddy issues, but I just need to let off some steam, okay? Sometimes in life you just need to let off some steam. But yeah, it was just a bit much, and I don't know why I decided to come home and do some recording. But I did start feeling guilty for not releasing any videos, and like my subscriber counts has like stagnated, obviously, because it's been 2 weeks since I uploaded one, and that's like completely like fair. And again, like I said before, this is my B. I should have you know, focused more on it. But yeah, I don't know why, but like instead of getting all the layout and the floor plan down, I decided to just focus on the reception area first. But I like this little reception area. I think it's cute. I just realised that you could like, I like doing commercial buildings because I like being able to like put the counters up and then put the like the wall or the fence or something, and then put a gate there because it kind of feels more official. I don't know. I think it just looks kind of cute. As you can see as well, this building's very modern, but also used some courtyard oasis stuff, like there's archways, but also like the flooring and all that. I used quite a lot of that. And I don't know why, but I have been using the courtyard oasis kit quite a lot recently, and it's gone to the point now where I probably will actually recommend courtyard oasis kit as probably one of my favourite kits. If you need to have a kit, then blooming rooms definitely. If you're thinking of getting any kit and you haven't got any, straight away blooming rooms. But courtyard oasis is... It kind of feels niche, but you can actually use it in quite a lot of buildings, and it might just be something to consider maybe, if you're thinking of getting a kit. I don't know, but obviously blooming rooms is still the best, because I love when kits that like focus on just one thing, you know, and that one thing was plants, and we all wanted more plants in the game. If you were to get a cast kit, my favourite cast kit is probably, I do like Moonlight Chic, but Incheon Arrivals is the one I use the most, but I do like, most of the cast kits except modern menswear, because obviously I don't do much menswear, and I don't know, I just think it sounds kind of controversial to, after years of people complaining that we don't get enough men's fashion in The Sims, for the Sims team to be like, yeah, cool, we'll get you more fashion in the game, give us £5, you know? It's not very fair. As you can see, I kind of use that combined logo that you get from the spa, that round spa logo, and I also use one of the pet hospital logos, and I like to put that around the building as well. And it just felt really professional and commercial to me. I don't know. I'm quite proud of this building. I'm quite proud of how business-like it looks. I could imagine myself going there. One thing I did neglect to put in this build though is a gym. I might have been able to make room for the gym somewhere, but I don't know. It just kind of, I mean, yeah, sure, you might want to relax in the pool or in the sauna, or like do some yoga while your pet's you know, in hospital. I mean, it's probably going to be very stressful for you, but I personally do not find the gym that relaxing. But I did start the gym again recently. That's another thing I should probably mention. Why are we paused it? Thank you. Yeah, I'm quite proud of myself. I started the gym back up last week, and I'm going to go bi-weekly, because I actually have meetings set up every week. I've got, like, I talk to them weekly now. Worcestershire Healthy Minds, because I live in Worcestershire. I don't know, it's Worcestershire, yeah, like the sauce, Worcestershire. If you say it the wrong way, I will have to end you. Just a disclaimer here, because yeah, it's Worcestershire, thank you very much, or Worcester, if you want to say it shortly. But yeah, and they're kind of like helping me with my weight management, because I don't know if you know this, because you can only see me from the face up, and I don't have that fat of a face. I do have a bit of a chubby face, but I am fat, and I am completely confident in saying I am fat. I'm not one of those people that like to beat around the bush. But I don't have anything against people who do like to beat around the bush, but I'm not one of them. And I kind of don't want that anymore, because there are a lot of cute clothes out there in the world, and a lot of cute clothes that I can't wear. And I just know that the popular fashion style is going to end up changing very soon. And I like the fashion style now, but I can't wear it as much as I'd like to. So it's really disappointing to me, you know? So I kind of want to like, and obviously I just want to be healthy. I don't want the perfect body, I want a healthy body. You know, that's my motto. Healthy body, not perfect body. But yeah, I'm starting that. I'm going on walks more. I'm trying to be more aware of my food, although I did just eat an entire tub of Rocky Road mini bites today. But in my defense with these, they're tasty. And also, I was very stressed about having to see my dad. So in my defense, chocolate. And then he starts talking about chocolate, and then I'm like, Dad, stop. But yeah, anyway, if you want to know how that family meal went, it went all right. We ended up talking about child trafficking, though. Yeah, I don't know how the conversation got to that. But our family have always had some very intellectual discussions about these kind of things, and it's weird. And then we got onto the subject of my accent, and I always thought that I had a Brummie accent when I was younger. I always thought that I had a Brummie accent, but apparently I've never had a Brummie accent, and for some reason I've just always spoken very proper before everyone even like knew me. Before I spent more time down in Torquay, where everyone sounds a bit more posh. I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing. That I've always spoken properly, but apparently I have. So that's something you didn't know about me. I guess I've just always been posh, even when I live in fucking Chav Central, you know. And I do know it's been past the 1 minute mark, so I know I can swear here. You can see probably at the moment I'm putting down these line things as well. These are usually found in the pool section. And they're supposed to like go underneath swimming pools, go into like the bottom, and they're like little lights that go around there. But you can use them in normal life, and they glow, and they just look like obviously floor built LED LED like strips. And I just think they're really neat. Okay, and I've been using them in a lot of builds lately. So yeah, I did try to like focus on using like just spa day and pets, cats and dogs even, and that, but I did probably branch out into a few more things as well while I was building, because I spent all this money on all the packs. I kind of want to like be able to use the money I spent, you know. So here we are. And obviously this courtyard oasis, which is definitely not that. And I probably should stop using so many kits, but like I do really like the Courtyard Oasis kit. But these will be on the gallery anyway, if you want to download this build. There is the vet hospital version and the spa version. I think I mentioned that earlier. And it's easy enough. The spa version is, I think it's called like Healthy Paws Spa and Vets. And the vet version is called Healthy Paws Vet and Spa. So, you know, whatever the first word is, that's the one it is. So if it's vet first, it's the vet. If it's spa first, it's the spa version, you know. So that's probably an easier note. I don't know why I kept this part in, because I did actually get rid of those floor mats later. But considering I've been away for 2 weeks, I don't know what I have to talk about, really. I've got a lot to talk about, probably, but here we are. I don't know. What can I talk about? I don't know. You know what I think we're really in desperate need of at the moment in The Sims? I think we just need another refresh, because I don't remember anyone being angry about the Spa Day refresh when it came out. I don't remember that coming from anybody. I might be wrong. I might have actually had the Spa Day refresh. There might have just been a lot of drama. But in my defense, that was the Spa Day refresh came just as I was just as I was starting my YouTube channel. I don't know whether I'd already started it or whether I was going to start it soon. So that kind of like, anyway, the Spa Day refresh kind of, in my mind, cements it as like my beginning point, if that makes sense. And I've been on YouTube for almost a year, right? In October, it will be my anniversary, the 25th. That's going to be amazing. So the fact that it's been almost a year since the last refresh and we haven't had anything back yet, that's a bit concerning. Like, we were told that we were going to get more refreshes, and I really do want more refreshes in The Sims, because you know, I think it's just they don't make. It's not something that you can clearly see that they are making money from, but they will make a lot of money from these refreshes. And I'll tell you why. Because Spa Day would have been one of the first packs I bought, because when I started my YouTube channel was when I started collecting the packs proper. But if that refresh hadn't happened, I would have left Spa Day probably till the very last. Because it's just not something that's appealed to me, and I didn't think I was going to play with it much. And I don't actually play with Spa Day as much as I thought I was going to, but I do like quite a lot of the build items from here. And so they will actually make a lot of money from the people who want to play, who wouldn't have usually played this because it's an older pack or something like that, and they realise there's not much stuff that they get into it, and it's probably a bit outdated. But they'll come back to it, they'll be like, oh, this is new, this is what everyone's talking about, I might have to try it out for myself, and they'll download it. And since it's as well, it's a game pack, and it's not like it's an expensive expansion pack that's been that's been updated. They're going to be more like, oh, it's only a game pack as well, it's going to be cheaper. So that's where everyone will buy it. So I think the Sims team, if they want to make a quick buck, which they always do, and okay, not the Sims team, I mean EA as a whole, or maybe Amazon if they actually do end up buying the Sims. Yeah, so if they want to make a quick buck, which we all know they do want to make a quick buck, then probably a refresh is probably one of the best ways to go about it, because they only need to make a couple of more gameplay objects, and one more like little gimmick they can get, like we got nails with this, which we hadn't had before with the refresh. They just need to make one new gimmick, maybe a couple of cast items and some build buy items, right? And that's it. It's out of the way. It's barely any effort. It's just advertising that I need to go on, and I'll be making money back in pack sales as well, and they can bring this back to full price because it's just been refreshed. It's a smart thing to do, right? So and I think we all know what pack needs a refresh next. My First Pet stuff. Okay, my first pet stuff, right? You think I'm joking, and at first when I started that sentence I was actually thinking I'm joking, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm actually thinking maybe My First Pet stuff does need a refresh. Because, okay, for starters, My First Pet stuff, it's The Sims 4's first example of a blatant cash grab, right? So they've got a lot to make up with that. Second of all, people were disappointed with it because you only get a couple new hamsters and that's it, and like the objects that come with it aren't that usable, and it's like you have to play it with cats and dogs. So it's just a very controversial pack, right? And they kind of need to redeem themselves. But why don't they do a refresh to redeem themselves with this? Because, okay, can you, like, My First Pet stuff, right? You can get a hamster, or a hedgehog, or a rat, or this weird space void critter thingy mabob, right? Which is fine, but what if you could get My First Pet stuff? Snakes, turtles, birds. Because you could get all those in The Sims 3, and I'm sorry, but I am gonna say it. I miss The Sims 3 days, we all miss The Sims 3 days. We all miss her, right? So yeah, I want my snakes, or I want my turtles, and mostly I want my snakes, because actually snakes are my second favourite animal in the entire universe, other than cats. Cats are my favourite. So I just want a pet snake, and I want to call him Noodle, and I want another one called Tom Riddle Jr. Tom Riddle Jr. That would be his name, Tom Riddle Jr. So why don't they do that? Because honestly, people forgot about Spa Day, so maybe doing a refresh of a pack that no one heard of before, or would have really talked about more. That was probably a smart business tactic, right? Because like, not only are they getting more sales on probably one of their less bought packs, because people just don't really think about it that much, especially considering how old she is, but they also added some more things that people really liked, like lifestyle wise, and this is back when everyone was like getting back into the healthy lifestyle as well, because like a lot of the COVID restrictions had started again. So honestly, Spa Day refresh was a brilliant business strategy to introduce refreshes, right? And everyone's saying Dine Out refresh, but I don't want Dine Out refresh next. And do you know why? Because we've seen in The Sims 4, as we've got more expansion packs, as we've got more game packs, as we've got more stuff packs, every time they improved in quality, the closer and closer, like the older and older, like the format got, which is going to happen with anything because they're going to get more used to it. Well, they need to get more used to these refreshes. So I want Dine Out to be a bigger one. So I want it to be slightly more down the line. So we actually do get more stuff in it and it's better and they're actually used to it and it's in stride. Does that make sense to you? Because it's making sense to me, right? Just from and obviously I'm not a business genius. I've never like studied business and that, but I have studied media, right? I did media studies in A-level and I did screenwriting and that, and I can be very fucking analytical if I want to. I never want to because I'm fucking lazy, but when I get into it, man, I get into it. But My First Pet stuff is going to be great because this is going to be like something, especially, well, it's going to be hard with My First Pet stuff actually, because if they make it wrong, then we're going to have a problem. If they refresh it and there's nothing, they actually do need to put effort into this refresh, definitely. But My First Pet stuff, man, I might just want snakes, okay? And EA, the Sims team, if you are watching this for whatever reason, despite my measly 218 subscribers, last time I checked, it might be down to 217 now, give me snakes in the game, please. I just want Tom Riddle Jr. You can even name a snake after me if you want to. Like how you get little Simsy for the cow plants. You could have like Snake Sarah or Simserra for the snakes. And my name, Simserra, it sounds very snake-like. It's very sibilant to my name. It's perfect. Okay? So just give me snakes. Please. And that's the end of my rant. Maybe. Yeah, just give us... I don't even care. They can just introduce snakes in an update, in a base game update. I don't give a shit anymore. Okay, I have no idea what else I'm going to say, and we've still got like half the build left to go. Jesus, why do I do these commercial builds? They take me so fucking long. You know what I spent a long ass time doing? Sorting out this fucking sign. Because obviously you get that like little monolith looking thing now, with the logo already on there. I tried to use like 2 separate signs for the different things, but then I realised that nothing like clings to that sign properly there. So like I decided to use a monolith as like that instead, but it took me so long to like get the writing flush and like centered and that, and it took me forever. And then I had Chinese in the middle of it, and then yeah, so I went back and I finished it off finally. I'm really sorry. I've got like, I did cut some of that out by the way. Me putting the sign in because you do not want to watch me struggle with writing for like 20 minutes. And as you can see, here is where I decided that the pool, that the roof shouldn't actually just be a roof, and I put a pool in instead because I decided I wanted a pool, but I wanted it to like fit more. And this is my first time like doing a rooftop pool, but I think it looks really cool. And I didn't even think about people swimming in this pool, to be honest. I just thought, because I just thought, oh, I have a 3rd floor. I'm not sure what to do with it. I could have put a gym up there, or I was originally planning some kind of VIP lounge or something like that. But I realised, wouldn't it be super cool to walk up a set of stairs and go up a hallway that's kind of like watery and you can like see into a swimming pool? Wouldn't that be cool? So here we are, and I really like it, and I think everything fit together perfectly. It did kind of mess up the lighting of the downstairs though, because like the stairs letting natural light in that, so the lighting's a bit weird in this place because of this now, but I still like it. And I was thinking of just going without like a fence around it, but then I realised, oh, wait, I need safety in this fictional veterinary hospital / day spa, so I did put a gate around it just so the you know, the not real people can be safe while they're swimming. That's fine. Oh, I also, in other Sims news, I have still been thinking about The Sims even if I haven't been releasing videos, right? I have discovered my future cat's name. This is for when I win the lottery and I move out into a luxurious apartment in Birmingham. I've been apartment hunting in Birmingham, even though I could never afford them, just because I want to see what I'm going to do when I win the Euro Millions next week. And I realised, well, if I live in an apartment, I can't take my cat because he's too used to being outside. And I plan to live in a very, very high building because I like I like city views and I like being up high. So here we go. I don't like being high, but I like being up high, you know. So I realised I can't really take my little chicken boy, but like I was planning there, because he's too used to being outside. I can't leave him stuck inside, you know. So I was going to get a kitten from scratch, and I would name her Agnes Crumplebottom, Lady Agnes Crumplebottom, the kitty cat. And she would have a nickname, because I can't really introduce her as Agnes Crumplebottom all the time, and her name would be Crumpet. And I thought that was really fucking adorable. But obviously that's like way in the future, when I win the Euro Millions or somehow get like 1 million subscribers in like 3 days. Maybe you can make that happen. Just click on that subscribe button, guys. I feel like I'm begging for subscribers right now. But yeah, I do have a subscriber goal, by the way. I always do have something in the back of my mind. And our goal for our next kind of milestone that I want is, or I would really, really appreciate and kind of need, is 500 subs. And I do want that by the new year. You can ask for an extension on the deadline, but you need to have some very good excuses. And no, my dog ate my homework is not an excuse, or my dog ate my subscribe button is definitely not an excuse. And yes, I am treating this like it's uni coursework that's due in. But no, I would just really appreciate it, you know. I think 500 subs by the new year is going to be great. And there's one reason why I want 500 subs, and not just because it's a fairly nice, normal, recognizable number. That's because 500 subs is when you get on YouTube, you get your own community tab. So I can update you guys and like when I have what's the word I'm looking for? When I have Twitch streams upcoming, or like do polls and that, where you don't have to go to Twitter. And guys, I understand if you might not want to go to Twitter again. She is kind of toxic at the moment. I still love her, and I still have my friends on there, and I do love you all on there. But you know, it's just hard sometimes to like see all the arguments. And I'm just staying out of it because I don't really care that much. I only care when people are being mean to my friends, and like when it's immoral, you know. Also, I don't know if you know this trick with that light, because I love that light and I like it just as a generic light, but you can never really use it because it's so fucking huge. That comes up with that comes with Spa Day as well. But you can actually just size it down, and the light kind of like it gives off kind of goes with it accordingly, and it looks more natural when you size it down a bit as well. So that's a fun trick with the light. And I decided to put some posters up in all the rooms as well. And even the rooms, kind of like the vet rooms, I didn't want them to look completely like sterile and white and that, because I never look like when everything's all sterile and white. So, you know, I kind of gave it a cozy little rustic feel almost with that. So, like, there's a comfy sofa for like the owners to sit on while they're being examined and all that. And I just think they're really cute. And this is about the time where I start to get lazy in my build as well. And I still got like an entire floor left to do. I've still got the basement floor. That's right, this building has a fucking basement. Okay. Oh, I'm never going to do it again. I've already promised I'm never going to do something like that again. Why did I do that again? I'm never going to go, again, but here I am. Anyway, God, why I'm taking so long to build at the moment as well, and I'm making these really long, complicated builds, which is great until I have to speed them up for a speed build, and I have to actually voice over them, especially because my tongue actually hurts at the moment. I cannot explain why my tongue hurts, she just does, and I really don't like that. Coke Zero, fucking love Coke Zero. Maybe I want a sponsorship deal, right? And Coca-Cola, if you're watching this, with my 218 subscribers, I will advertise your Coke Zero product. Well, I'm doing it now, but I'll advertise Coke Zero for 300 quid. Just 300 quid. It's fine. It would take my savings back up to how they were last year when I started my YouTube channel. Because honestly, I mean, you haven't even heard of Coke Zero before, have you? Like, Coca-Cola is quite a small family-run company, really. And I've actually been using Coca-Cola for years. And I'll tell you what, it's really good. When I don't want to have to make my own cola, I will instead just order in my Coca-Cola and I will drink that instead. And it's really nice. And I can honestly say Coca-Cola has improved my life dramatically. Coke Zero has my skin's clearer, my crops are watered. I don't know. It's good anyway. And has that convinced companies to sponsor me? Do you think companies will sponsor me after that riveting performance I just did? Just give me a script, it's fine. I could do HelloFresh. I could do manscaping. Yeah, manscaping is really important to me. As you know, it can be really hard to get a clean shave down there. And sometimes your little bouncy bits can get a bit furry. That's my manscaping ad, by the way. Just hire me, guys. Just hire me to advertise your products. I promise you, you'll get so many people buying your products. It's ridiculous. Also, we are down to the sauna, by the way, now, which is great. I just left that bit as a bit of a gap there, with nothing in there, because honestly, what can you put in that little bit? But I wanted everything to like fit perfectly in the sauna, if you know what I mean. This is where I skipped some things as well, because I was a bit more aware of time. But anyway, on the topic of sponsorship, yeah, the only thing I won't sponsor is probably BetterHelp, and that's because I've heard some bad things about like the therapy service of BetterHelp. It might be wrong though, so please don't sue me. This is just speculation, I guess, and I probably won't like go into it further because I really do not want to be done for. Is it slander when you talk about it and libel when you write about it? But anyway, I don't want to be done for either of those things, you know. But that's just what I think. Actually, I probably would do BetterHelp because I have no morals. I am dead broke, and I need your money. Yeah, and I don't have enough subscribers to monetize yet, so I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about right now. It's like 10 p.m. now. I'm tired. I had a very stressful day having to talk to my father. And I accidentally made my cat feel sad earlier, because I hurt him by accident, and I feel really bad about that. My ass has been going in my life though, because I still have like some time to fill up. Let's see. Oh god, yeah, I had to take care of my nephew and my niece the other day, like a couple of days ago, and my house is still a mess, by the way. We haven't even bothered to clean it up yet. So my nephew is like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old now, and his sister is 5, and his sister is an absolute sweetheart. No, I love her to pieces. She's not biologically my niece, but you know, she's my niece. Like, I'm not gonna exactly call my nephew and like tell him to call me auntie and tell her to call me like Ms. Simserra or something like that. Obviously Simserra is not my real last name, but I like to pretend that Simserra is my last name online because I don't want to be doxxed until I'm earning enough money to make it worth it. But yeah, she's an absolute angel, and she actually did help me with him a bit, considering she's 5 years old. That's incredible. But my nephew is, bless his heart, he is very much autistic. And before people get on me like, oh no, don't be mean to autistic people or blah 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 autistic. I am autistic. I am fucking autistic, which is how I know he's autistic. But he's kind of a bit more, I don't want to say special needs, but he hasn't learned to talk yet. He hasn't said any. Actually, he has said one word in his entire life when he was younger, and that one word was boobies. That's right, my nephew's only word is boobies, which is fucking adorable. And it definitely proves that he's just like his dad, which is cute. But it's a bit stressful because it's hard to communicate like things that you want him to do, and I had to stop him from ending himself about 6 times in the 2 hours it took my mother to get home from work and help me take care of the kids. Well, first off, I was getting them all settled in the house. I got everything ready. His mum just driven off because she had to do a late shift out, so I was kind of like emergency babysitting for her. Because I'm not the first person in my family asked to babysit, because I am not that dependable when it comes to kids. I love kids. I'm not mean to kids. I'm not like anything like that. I'm special needs myself, and I can get very overwhelmed very quickly taking care of kids. But it was kind of a desperate thing. I'm like, of course I'll take care of them. I love them. Never fucking ask me for things again, Chloe. I swear to fucking God. No, I'm kidding. They are cute. But yeah, so I was getting them all settled in anyway. And of course, my little brat of a nephew, whose name I'm not going to say. But yeah, my little brat of a nephew decides he wants to make a run for it out of the door. And I live in a very safe area, right? So there's like, it's like a very it's like roads within roads, like so there's not many cars that drive past. But I swear to God, I was in my socks. I was racing after him. I only barely caught him before that brat reached the road, and it was terrifying. And then for the entire time, I was like, I'll try to play with because I'll blank her name out there. But I was trying to play with my niece anyway because, you know, I'm a good person and I feel really bad with any of my nieces when I don't want to focus on like one sibling over the other. So I'm like, I think I'm very fair towards all the kids in like how much attention I bring to them and how much attention I give to them. So I was trying to play with her name. But I was also trying to you know, watch at the same time. I'll blank his name out too. So, but it was so hard because every time I turned around for 1 second, I turned back around, he's got something plastic in his mouth, or he's trying to climb on his sister's chair, or bounce on the sofa while she's trying to make a tea party with her little toys. It was hard. It's stressful taking care of kids, man. I'm never gonna. I will be a mother probably one day because I do like kids. I'm not a kid hater or anything like that. I'm the youngest, so that means this is my first experience of taking care of small creatures. It's not like I had a little sibling to take care of or anything like that because I am the baby of the family. Can you tell? But if I do have children, I will have the one child, and that child will be enough for me. And if I have twins, I've already said I'm just going to do what Chandler suggested in Friends, and I'm both going to give them one half of an amulet and send one of them on their merry way. Okay, no, if I do have twins, I will actually take care of both kids because I'm not like that irresponsible, you know. And if I'm having children, I'm gay, guys. Okay, I'm gay, and I don't exactly go and have coitus every night. So yeah, if I'm pregnant, I'm be pregnant because I wanted to be pregnant, you know. But yeah, I just wouldn't want to get pregnant twice. I wouldn't want to have 2 children, and I don't mind being pregnant, by the way. Actually, I think I'd prefer being the one being pregnant in a relationship because that means I get more attention on me, and I'm a filthy attention seeker. But you know, it would be kind of like that one and done deal with kids, you know, unless I have a partner who really likes kids and is really good at taking care of them and has had a billion siblings in the past. No, sorry. Or I just adopt older kids. When I can reason with them, it's all good. It's just when I can't reason with them, like it's hard. But I'm very good at reasoning with kids. And I've just been talking a lot about kids. As you can see right now, by the way, in the build, I haven't really spoken about the build at all in this past like half an hour. But as you saw, I did just do like the underground area, and I like the little woody underground area. It all has like the same kind of sauna vibes, and I like it. But as you can see, I'm like adding in pet furniture here, and I actually did go in, and I don't know if they carry the vet uniform on the gallery or not, but I did actually go in and make a vet uniform for this, and I just made it the spa uniform instead because I just think it's gonna be hilarious, like going to a vet surgery and just like have like 2 people in like workout wear just chilling out there, you know. I don't know, I think it's very cute. And the feminine uniform has a blue tinge and the masculine uniform has a yellow one because why not. And I don't know, I just really like that. Okay, and so you get to see me go into Cass a bit. I don't know why, but Cass looks very, very lucky. This is still sped up, by the way. It's just very lucky for some reason, but it wasn't lucky when I was playing it, I promise. It's just one of those things. It is what it is and all that. So yeah. And then this is a masculine uniform, but we are coming up to the end of the build, so I'm going to be saying some very, very fast, very closing words, and every word is going to be a closing word. So goodbye, ta-ra, I love you all very, very much. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like and maybe subscribing to the channel. That would be really fun. That would mean a lot to me. Maybe come and say hi on Twitter as well. I am active on there very, very regularly, mostly shit posting. But other than that, I am about to end the video.